Two films I want to review today, One Fine Morning and Revel Paris. Both are French, take place in Paris, penetrate the lives of two women in their difficult times. I'll talk about them separately. One Fine Morning follows a woman, Sandra, who spends time mostly with her daughter, her father, and her lover. The triangle these three make is the dearest to Sandra. Her father and her daughter are those whom she is supposed to take care of, but that man, Clement, who loves her, is the only one whom she can rely on. So his presence in Sandra's life is crucial, and there is an impressive scene in which we sense how deeply dependent she is on Clement. Clement wants to go, and Sandra on the doorway doesn't stop kissing him. She touches him, hugs him, sticks to him. "I can go if you turn me on," Clement says. "Right, I don't want you to leave," Sandra answers. Clement is a married man with a child. He's an old friend of Sandra, but they hadn't seen each other for years. One day when they meet in a park, old memories revive. As time passes, they become closer. Sandra obviously feels exalted, but Clement has doubts because of his wife and child. He leaves Sandra twice in the film, but each time comes back with more passion. Mia Hansen-Løve wisely intends to convince us Clement is not a piece of shit who leaves his family carelessly, but a man who did everything he could to return to his family, but Sandra's love drew him again hypnotically. The best scenes in One Fine Morning are between these two, genuine, natural, good and effective. This is one of the most absorbing romances I've ever seen, not only because Léa Seydoux and Melville Poupeau deliver stunning performances, or because of Sandra's situation in the story which evokes pity, but also because of details and nuances of gestures. Note the way they make love. Sandra's apartment is too small and they are forced to make love in the hall, which is partly embarrassing and partly savage, and make the picture for us different, deep, emotional, and to some extent hilarious. A character who could be a damaging element to this watchable relationship is Lynn, Sandra's daughter. The plot wonderfully handles the tension that could grow between her and Clement. In a scene when she goes to her mom at night and Clement is sleeping there beside Sandra, we see Sandra calmly tell her as cuddling her, "I'm not alone, Clement is here," which makes Lynn chuckle. This scene could lead to a family argument, but artfully turns to a funny moment. The second movie I've chosen is Revoir Paris. The title has been translated Paris Memories, but the word-for-word translation is See Paris Again. I prefer the latter because it suggests that Paris is shining again, and so we are invited to look at it, to accept it, and once again we can have fun with it. But the title Paris Memories seems neutral, and with knowing that the memories which movie refers to are agonizing, the title gets bad vibe. Parisians have a dreadful collective memory of a series of terrorist attacks took place on 13 November 2015. More than 100 people were killed. ISIS claimed the responsibility. Revel Paris is inspired by those events, and it takes a different approach to tell us that story. Instead of giving us an illustration of violence, barbarism, and brutality of the perpetrators, or the lemons and sobs of the day of the attack, Alice Venacourt, the director, explores the life of one of the survivors. Mia, played by affected Virginia Fira, by chance went to a restaurant where hours later a tourist begins to shoot. She is injured and then rescued. Months later, she finds the courage to go back to that restaurant and painfully tries to remember that day. She seems to have forgotten the details. Slowly, she recalls that she was stuck in a room and her hand was held by a guy. In that hopeless moment, that guy gave her a shred of humanity. Mia begins to search for him, follows all the signs, is somehow her rescuer. She's looking for him, and this functions as a cure for her trauma. One Fine Morning and Revoir Paris are of the best movies of 2023. Both are engaging, well written, well cast, and emotional. Both are French, with female leads and female directors. Both leads are translators, and in both movies they go to Orangery Museum and see Monet's Water-Lilies. The both films strangely get the same feel, and even they can be seen as one movie, linking metaphorically the strength and beauty of these women with water-lilies. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to help me improve my channel. Like my video and comment on it. I'm curious what you think about my reviews.